Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Sunday, September 22nd, 2019. Talking in a softer voice. My sweet lady, she's studying in the room next door. She needs to focus, so I'm using the inside voice. Anyway, want to talk about Antonio Brown quitting football today. Want to talk about what it has to do with Andrew Luck's unexpected retirement on Vince McMahon's 74th birthday. Want to talk about the tribute to Super Bowl 25 caught by Dan Lucas in today's Giants win over the Bucks with the late missed field goal. Want to talk about the Browns losing on Sunday Night Football with the retirement of Clay Matthews II, or his retirement ceremony that they did honoring him and his number. I pointed out in a live stream earlier today that when teams honor former players at halftime, they almost always lose. Pay attention. In all of the world of sports, this is true. Almost always they will lose. Got to talk about Russell Wilson one more time. 666 days from his last rushing touchdown, and they honored the Beast Quake in this game. The number of the Beast, 666. Again, we'll look at the death of Javon Sneed. And wanted to talk more about this this ritual that happened with the Beast Quake in the game, something I missed earlier that just adds further evidence of how scripted it truly is and how repetitive it all is. Then we have a couple of deaths too to talk about. So Antonio Brown, if you've missed all my work on the rape ritual with Antonio Brown, just quickly to review, this is all 100% factual and you can verify it. From the day of the alleged rape to the day he signed with the Patriots was 68 weeks later. From his birthday to his game with the Patriots was his 68th day of his age. And when he was let go by the Patriots, it was a date with 68 numerology. Rape equals 68 in Gematria. We saw this same riddle in college basketball, how we called Virginia as the champions at the start of February, months before they won March Madness in the rigged show that was. But look at this. From Antonio Brown's birthday to his quitting football is 74 days. And always this number 74. Again, American football is credited to Masonry. Masonry works by this code of letters and numbers which comes from Kabbalah. Masonic 74, Gematria 74, English 74, Occult 74. Gematria is this practice of coding numbers into words. Holidays 74, Independence Day 74. Think about this nation's birthday. So 74 days after his birthday this happens. Recall earlier this year Andrew Luck retired on Vince McMahon's 74th birthday. This kicker today who missed the kick, he's born on the 74th day of the year. So is Clay Matthews. You start to realize this number's everywhere with the Masons in their rituals. In the case of Antonio Brown, he went to Central Michigan, which happens to be 74. And he also quit football, at least with the NFL. I'm wondering if we might see him and Andrew Luck in the XFL in the not too distant future. But this came 133 days before the Super Bowl. Football's 133. And remember, Antonio Brown just played his last game, which was his 131st game with the Patriots. Super Bowl equals 131, and that game was in Miami where the Super Bowl will be. Andrew Luck, who played for the Colts, that franchise was originally the Miami Seahawks. Then they became the Baltimore Colts and then the Indianapolis Colts. But anyway, these are all rituals and riddles, and if you can figure them out, you can figure out the championship months in advance, which is what we do year after year. So Andrew Luck, when he retired, it was 142 days after his father's birthday. Oliver Luck, former NFL player, now the CEO of the XFL. 142 days after his father's birthday, Oliver Luck's 142. And a lot of important information here, but just to get to the main point I want to make right now, he retired August 24th on Vince McMahon's 74th birthday. Vince McMahon's a Freemason and the owner of the XFL, also the owner of the WWE. So, same numbers again and again. And then they declared Andrew Luck Day in Indianapolis. Notice Andrew Luck Day equals 142 and 74. They did that September 3rd, a couple weeks after he quit. Gematria, the practice coding numbers into words, is 74 and 142. And talked about how Indianapolis Colts was 93. They did that on September 3rd. The mayor there, his birthday is 11-2-112. Andrew Luck, Kathy Luck, Horseshoe, Houston, they're all 112. So, anyway, that was that. And then you have this. Shout out to Dan Lucas. He pointed out that the missed field goal today was wide right, just like in Super Bowl 25, where the Giants beat the Bills because the Bills missed the chip shot field goal at the end, wide right. And notice today has 25 and 70 date numerology. Giants equals 70 and 25. And the missed field goal was a 34-yard attempt. No good is what they call out when you miss it. No good equals 70 and 34. So perfect with the date numerology and the distance. And then again, Super Bowl 25. 25. And I realized what I should have added to this list. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Tampa Bay. In the same cipher, Giants is 25, so is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 25, Giants 25. So on this 25 date numerology, you get this missed field goal tribute to Super Bowl 25, which was played where? It was played in Tampa Bay, at Tampa's home stadium. Super Bowl 25, where the Giants won the Super Bowl over the Bills because of the missed field goal wide right. Same thing today. History repeats itself by the numbers. And it does a lot in sports when you pay attention to this knowledge. This is being done every day. And notice Super Bowl 25, the score was 20-19. Here we are in 2019. 20-19, 39 points. Again, every single New York Super Bowl, 4 by the Giants, 1 by the Jets. All 5 Super Bowl wins have paid tribute to the number 39. All of them, either the score, the date numerology, or the location coordinates. All 5 Super Bowls. 20 plus 19 is 39. New York equals 39. So does Empire. So does NY. So does NYC. So does New York, NY. G-Men, they're all 39. United Nations in New York's 39 floors tall. The World Fair in 39. And a million other things. New York established on a date with 39 numerology, July 26, 1788. And so much more. It's just the New York number. Saquon Barkley, his first NFL carry in the preseason, first ever, was for 39 yards, not by accident. And check out the kicker who missed the field goal today. Matt Gay, 39. Isn't that nice? Matt Gay's 25 years old. For one more 25. Matt Gay, Mr. 39. And what a name too, right? The Men in Tights. Names like Jake Butt playing tight end. Matt Gay, the kicker. So notice Matt Gay is born March 15th, which is the Ides of March, which is the 74th day of the year. From his birthday to the missed field goal was 191 days later. 191 is the 43rd prime. Football's 43, so is Masonic. American football is credited to the Scottish Rite Freemason Walter Camp, who went to Yale. Today has 43 date numerology as well. I forgot to write that up here, but today's games were played on a 43 date. And again, March 15th, the 74th day of the year, Masonic 74. The final score was 32-31, 63 combined points. Bucks is 63, NFL's 32, 32 teams, America's 32. The red, white, and blue win. And then you got Clay Matthews being honored today, who had the same birthday as the kicker Matt Gay, the March 15th. Here's his birthday right here, March 15th, 56. 191 days. Again, this football tribute, football player. His name Clay Matthews Jr., 83, like the Cleveland Browns, like football. Again, if you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers. You want to know them all because they're all important. You type in football, 83 with the alphabetic order, 29 with the alphabetic order and rules and numerology, 133 with the reverse alphabetic order, 43 with the reverse alphabetic order and rules and numerology. You want to know all those numbers, just like how Brown, and all these NFL games this week were 133 days from the Super Bowl. The other year, the Super Bowl was in Minnesota. It was Super Bowl 52, Minnesota's 52. All the top teams had records of 13-3. So, again, Beastquake game today. They put up this stat when Russell Wilson runs in the touchdown, first rushing touchdown since November 26, 2017, 666 days. They're talking about the Beastquake in this game. It said it was the 13th greatest NFL moment in history. 13's the sixth prime number for another 6. But with regards to Beast equals 47. Seattle's on the 47th parallel. That run was by Marshawn Lynch, 66, like number of the beast, 66, like how Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, teaches about 666. And again, in this game, it was tied 7-7. They showed a highlight of the Beastquake. As soon as the highlight ended, the NFL running back went rushing for 33 yards and then fumbled at the end of the run, and it was returned for a touchdown. So it was the ultimate, like shock to the human emotions for people who are invested in the games. Reliving one of the greatest Seahawks highlights, seeing an exciting run right after that, and then it being a fumble return for a defensive touchdown just before the game got out of hand. Anyhow, notice the score was 13-7 after the defensive touchdown, like 137, the 33rd prime, and the score became that after a 33-yard fumble return, and it stayed on that score because of the purposefully missed extra point that was a 33-yard attempt. They moved the extra point attempt to 33 yards the other year. NFL's 137 and Satanic, so we covered all this a lot more thoroughly earlier, including the symbolism of Pete Carroll looking roughed up and beaten. We had this game called before the season even began. Clear riddle for it that we identified before the season started, even with the fake injury to Drew Brees. We knew that it still looked very good for the Saints, so we didn't flinch on the Saints. Saints got it done. Saints became 4-4 in Seattle. Saints equals 44. Seattle equals 44. Easy riddle. And again, you learn this knowledge, you see things are just way more scripted than you ever knew. Former college football player, NFL player, Javon Sneed dead today. Today leaves 100 days left in the year. It's the 100th NFL season. His full name has overlap with blood sacrifice. We see these numbers around suspicious deaths often. He was 32, NFL's 32, 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite. And he died on this date with 43 numerology as well. Again, football, Masonic, killing, RIP, they're all 43. Played for Ole Miss in Texas in college. Was taken undrafted by the Tampa Bay Bucks, who had a heartbreaking day. And, the Emmys are going on today. You have a celebrity death. There seems to always be celebrity deaths around award shows. A 44-year-old chef. Remember, kill equals 44, so does execution. His birthday was April 4th, the day MLK was assassinated. The day the first president to ever died in office, William Henry Harrison, the 33-day president. Don't forget chef equals 86, like blood sacrifice. We saw the CNN chef, what's his name? Oh my goodness, I can't think of his name. Anthony Bourdain. He died June 8th, supposedly from suicide, a date that can be written 8-6, like 86. Sick stuff. And then I believe it was August 6th that year, another famous chef died out of France. I forget his name. Pretty sure August 6th after the June 8th death. Same type of thing. And again, Tom Brady today, he was facing a quarterback who went to Washington State, Luke Falk, who was taken 199th in the draft, just like Brady was taken 199th. Brady had 199 yards passing at the half. And Luke Falk went to Washington State like Drew Bledsoe, who Tom Brady replaced 18 years ago while facing the Jets. Gardner Minshew from Washington State getting a lot of attention. Washington State with the humiliation ritual last night on their home field with Gardner Minshew in attendance. See my video on that. College and pro, it's all scripted by the same code, and you can see through all of it undeniably, unless you close your eyes and ignore the truth. So, will we see Antonio Brown and Andrew Luck in the XFL? $1 million question. So, we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.